Hare Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita 7.1, Lord Krishna says, Maya sakta manaparta yoga yungam adashyasa asamsyam samagham yatashishna shitachvinu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full without a doubt. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that the process of Krishna Consciousness starts with hearing about him. So meditating on Krishna through hearing his holy name, to hearing the Bhagavatam. Before, in the second chapter, Lord Krishna has explained the process of material contamination of consciousness. How do we contaminate our consciousness materially? That's explained in the second chapter. Dayato visyapam sansangate sivajayate sanghasayate kama krodha vijayate. So in this verse, Krishna explains it starts with dayate, meditation, contemplation on objects of the senses, and then one develops attachment for them, and from that lust comes expectations. These are not fully fulfilled, so then one gets frustrated and angry, and Krishna explains further. Krodha bhavati sama smiti vibra smiti bhamsa badunya sa buddhinasat pranashati. From anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion, bewildering of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down into the material pool. So that means that when one meditates on object of the senses, one becomes attracted and wants to enjoy, wants to exploit, wants to get benefit from it, benefit for the body and the mind. So it starts with meditating on these objects, and then the mind and the intelligence becomes contaminated, becomes full with lust, anger, greed, and so on. So by that we can understand that we should avoid that. Never meditate on things with the idea to enjoy or exploit. That's very dangerous. We have to control our senses and not meditate on it, or on these objects more than necessary. But then Krishna says in 7.1, just hear of me. So the ways we meditate on Krishna, what are these ways? Because the mind becomes contaminated by meditating on material objects. So the mind and intelligence becomes purified by meditating on spiritual objects. What are these spiritual objects? It's Krishna's holy name, Krishna's pastimes, the deity of Krishna, prasadam. These are all objects of meditation, spiritual objects, that if we think of Krishna, what's happening in the mind? The mind becomes purified. What's happening with the intelligence? The intelligence becomes purified because one gets spiritual knowledge. That if the mind is completely purified, then then the mind becomes spiritualized. It loses its material qualities. And so there is no material mind anymore when one is completely purified. And the intelligence becomes purified especially by hearing transcendental knowledge. That's the process of purification of the subtle body, spiritualizing the subtle body. If the mind is completely purified and the intelligence is spiritualized, what happens with the false ego, the third component of the subtle body? It disappears, no false ego anymore. One is situated in one's real ego. And with a purified subtle body, we don't take birth again. That it is due to the contamination of the subtle body that we are accepting or forced to accept bodies and take birth and birth again. Therefore, these 2 points are important. Avoid meditating on material objects for sense gratification. This Dayate Visya Pumsan, we must forget. But touch we know is the first thing to do to spiritualize our existence. Hearing about Krishna. In the purport of the verse 7.1, Lord Srila Prabhupada, he quotes the verses of the second chapter of the first canto of the Bhagavatam, which describes in a nutshell the whole process of devotional service, starting from Susra Danasya Vasdev Katarachi Shanatse Vyapya Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. It starts again with hearing and serving the Mahatma. And then Shimvatas Vagata Krishna Punya Shravana Kartnarati Antatoya Badrani Vidinot Sritsitam. When we have developed this attraction for hearing, Krishna notices that and enters our hearts and purifies our heart, and then we become peaceful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.